Greetings, Warrior fans, to another edition of the Warrior Weekly Show. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Stetson, and this week on the show, we're joined by two freshman wrestlers who've been enjoying great success in their debut seasons. Jojo Hendricks from the women's wrestling team and Marcus McGinley from the men's wrestling team. Jojo began her collegiate career with 3 wins, all by pin, to claim the championship in her 191-pound weight class at the Bob McMurray Open, hosted by McMurray. In her second tournament, the Waldorf Open, on November 9th, she added 3 more wins by pin as she finished 3rd in her weight class, as she lost just 1 match so far in her collegiate career and is 6-1 overall on the young season. As for McGinley, he too is 6-1 in his first year of collegiate wrestling, as he scored a 4-1 win in a duel against Graceland and a 9-6 win in a battle against Benedictine, competing at 184 pounds. Then this past Saturday, in the freshman sophomore division at 184 pounds, McGinley won 4 straight matches by pin after an opening setback to claim the consolation championship at the Grandview Open. We'll talk to both about their early collegiate success and more, that's what we've got in store for you this week, fans. So now it's time for the Warrior Weekly Show. Welcome back, fans. As we mentioned, tonight we're joined by 2 star freshman wrestlers for the Warriors, Jojo Hendrix and Marcus McGinley. First, we'll be joined by Jojo, a freshman from Beaumont, California, who made a hugely successful debut for the Warriors earlier this month as she won the 191-pound championship at the Bob Kellogg Open with 3 straight wins by pin. 7 days later, in her second collegiate tournament, she went 3-1 and finished 3rd at the Waldorf Open, giving her a phenomenal start to her collegiate career and her time at Waldorf. Jojo, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start off with, how is the season going so far?
It's going good. It's a lot of fun.
6-1.
Did you expect to be doing that well so far?
No, not really.
First year at Waldorf, all the way from California. What was it about coming to the Midwest in Waldorf that brought you here?
The wrestling. They had a good wrestling program.
Did you look at any other schools?
Yeah, a couple, but they usually don't give athletic money, so this is good, especially for women and all that.
Now you came from
California, Southern California. It's just starting to get cold here in Iowa. How has the
transition been to living in the Midwest in Iowa and to college as well?
It's good. I like the small town feel of it. Everyone's nice out here.
Is Beaumont a big town?
No, it's small too, so it wasn't a big change.
Okay, so that's not too bad. You're 6-1, as we mentioned. You won the championship in your very first tournament.
Did you expect to have that kind of success when you came to start your wrestling career in college?
No, it was just a lot of fun.
What went right on the mats during that first weekend, that first run?
Just being aggressive, just thinking of what you know, just having fun, yeah.
We talked about that first match, but what else has gone well for you this season, or what are you doing right that's led to that kind of success?
Getting technique, just like learning that more and getting better at what you know already.
Did you have this kind of success in high school?
Kind of. I don't know. It was just wrestling.
Just wrestling?
Yeah.
Did they have state championships and everything like that in California for girls wrestling?
Yeah, they have like tournaments leading up to it too. And then you make state and you wrestle like all of California together.
Did you make state as
a high school wrestler?
Yeah. I
Did-
placed fourth at it.
Fourth.
Yeah.
So you did have some
Yeah.
excess at the high school level. All right. What got you started in wrestling?
My family. My uncle wrestled and my brother wrestled.
So the whole family's into it.
Yeah.
They have to be excited that you're wrestling in college and doing this well.
Yeah. They're happy for me.
So being a women's wrestler, we see men
Wrestling all the time, and in all the states they have it. It's rare for women. How unique is women's wrestling?
In California, it's grown a lot. Not really in the Midwest, but even just from being like a freshman in high school to senior year, you see like a lot of just girls tournaments. And with freshman year, I'd have to go to like guys tournaments. But
Did your school have a separate girls wrestling team as opposed to boys, or did you guys like wrestle at the same meets and stuff?
freshman and sophomore year, it was mixed. And then my junior year, it was like a girls team, like 15 girls.
Nice. Did you play any other sports when you were growing up?
Softball.
Softball.
Yeah, up until my senior year.
Really? Did you think about doing softball at all, or was it strictly wrestling when you got to college?
I almost did both in college, but
Really?
then I just focused on wrestling.
What did you play in softball?
Catcher and first.
Well, we'll give a shout out to Lexi. Maybe we can get you a little time on the field this year. So now you guys
Had a week of competition, and now you get all this time off. Your next meet's January, I believe. Is that right? How tough is it for you guys to have, 2 months off basically in the middle of your season?
I kind of like it because being a freshman, I know what to expect now, and you could just put in work in the areas you lack in.
How much time do you guys put in this 2 month stretch between competitions?
It's the same practice schedule as season.
That has to be difficult because you don't get that reward of getting to compete.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're just a freshman, but
What do you hope to accomplish during your time wrestling at Waldorf?
Just keep doing good. I don't know, just keep working and see what comes.
no big aspirations like national champion yet or anything like that?
I mean, hopefully, but it's just whatever I like work for, if that makes sense.
What are you studying?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice. all
Yeah.
right. And what do you hope to do when you're done with your time at Waldorf? Go into something in the criminal justice field, I'm guessing.
Forest ranger.
Forest
So,
ranger.
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting. What drew you to that?
Nature.
Nature?
Yeah.
Big outside person then.
Yeah.
So got to get you on the softball team then, so you can be outside. I know it's only been a couple of months since you've been here, but what's been
The best part of being at Waldorf, fondest memory so far?
I like how many resources we have, like the weight room and like the wrestling room always being open. It's just fun to always be in there.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us, and I want to wish you good luck the rest of the season and the rest of your wrestling career here at Waldorf.
Thank you.
And now we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be joined by the other fantastic freshmen from the Warrior Wrestling programs. From the men's team, Marcus McGinley.
Now we're joined by Marcus McGinley, a freshman from Eagan, Minnesota, who, like Hendricks, is 6-1 in his first college season and also enjoying incredible success on the mats. In his first collegiate win was a 4-1 decision in a duel at Graceland on Halloween, and then he's gone 5-1 since that time, winning 4 matches by pin and claiming the consolation championship at 184 pounds at the Grandview Open this past Saturday. Marcus, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We'll start off with the easy question that we always start everybody off with. How is the season going so far?
I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun.
What drew you to Waldorf?
If I'm being honest with you, my girlfriend actually plays soccer here.
Really?
And she moved in on around August 5th. And so I kind of saw the wrestling team and I was like, maybe I should try out.
Really?
Maybe try it out. Because my senior year in high school, I actually tore my labrum and dislocated my shoulder and didn't end up getting to wrestle at all.
So you didn't get recruited out of high school or anything?
I did not.
Can we say who your girlfriend is?
Yeah, Courtney Turner. She helps me a lot.
So a big shout out to Courtney, the women's soccer team.
Yeah.
So now how
Has the transition to college been for you?
It's been different. I definitely found out that college wrestling is a lot different than high school wrestling pretty quick in the room.
and not having wrestled as a senior in high school?
Well, I'm guessing there must have been some butterflies stepping into the wrestling room.
I've wrestled long enough to where I'm not really nervous at all whenever I'm wrestling. But yeah, it was different. I was a little rusty.
Had to be exciting though too to get back on the mat.
Yeah, I was very excited. I felt like I had a lot of unfinished business.
Did you expect to have this kind of
Success in your first season in college?
I didn't. I guess I wouldn't say I expected this much success, but I felt like I was gonna do well.
So, what would you say has been
The key for you so far this season?
Just getting in the room, getting after it, just practicing hard, pushing the pace, trying to build up my gas tank, and just being strong, being aggressive.
Is there anything that's key for you on the mats? A special kind of move or anything that you're known for?
Not really. I mean, I really like the Granby, which is just a simple roll. It's won me a lot of big matches, close matches, because kids don't really expect it.
Well, now they will if they're watching the video.
Yeah, I
So
know.
we'll hope that they don't watch
Watch it.
Yeah.
Now, you said you missed your senior year, but prior to that, did you have a lot of success in high school?
I wouldn't say I had a lot of success. My sophomore year, I went to state, and then my junior year, I actually kind of choked. I was the second seed in our section tournament, and I was beating the kid to go to state 10-3, and with 43 seconds left, I got pinned.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you go for a move and just got caught or didn't hit it. Or
He was cutting me, and I was a little slow to get up, and he just doubled me and took me to my back, and I wasn't escaping it.
That's
And
fun.
then my senior year, I actually was ranked 11th going into the season, and then my shoulder. So
I know that's the kind of thing in wrestling that you can be the best wrestler.
Wrestler out there, and you make one small mistake, and it can cost you a whole lot.
yeah, I gotta be focused.
What got you started wrestling?
Nothing. I just wanted to try it out. To be honest with you, I did it in 4th grade, but I wasn't really too focused, so my mom took me out. I was kind of like just messing around and stuff. And then 6th grade, me and my neighbor, a longtime buddy of mine, he was gonna wrestle, so I was like, all right, let me try this out again. And so, ever since then,
Just kind of stuck, and you were good at it.
yeah, I had fun.
Did you play any?
Any other sports growing up?
I did. So from 4th grade to 7th grade, I did track, and then I dropped track to play rugby.
Rugby.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I also played football too.
Okay. So a little bit of the combination of wrestling when you
You go into rugby, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, what do you hope to accomplish during your career here? I know it's still early, but you got a long time to go.
I'm gonna be an All-American.
All-American.
Yeah.
National champion too, if you can.
That's what we're hoping for, but gotta get there first. Take it match by match.
I like it. Taken step by step. Once you make the All-American, then you hit the national champion.
Yeah.
Go from there. What are you studying?
I'm studying criminal justice.
Criminal justice. So do you have any classes with Jojo?
I don't.
Not yet. What do you want to do?
When you get done with school.
I was thinking either a police officer and then try and transition into SWAT.
Really?
Yeah, or the route that I was gonna take before I went to college, because like I said, it was kind of like a last-minute decision. I was gonna be an iron worker.
Really?
hmm
So when you get your degree, probably going to go into law enforcement rather than iron worker.
Yeah, most likely.
Nothing against iron workers, hard-working
No,
guys.
yeah,
but,
they get paid pretty good money too.
but they
so.
work awfully hard.
Oh yeah, long hours, long days.
You've only been here a couple of months, but
Do you have a fondest memory? Is there something that so far has really touched you?
Not really. I enjoy being here. I enjoy being kind of on my own schedule. It's definitely a change. It's kind of hard to kind of push yourself to do stuff. You don't really have mom pushing you, no one else pushing you. Your teachers don't push you anymore. Like, it's all on you. I kind of like that, but it's tough sometimes.
you're not as far away as Jojo being from California.
California. So I'm guessing the transition that way hasn't been too
Oh,
difficult.
not at all. I go home every once in a while. I'm going to be able to go home on Sunday, too, and for a full week. So,
Oh, nice. You can celebrate Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Sunday after you wrestle on Saturday, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk about the rest of the season. How much expectations do you have for the rest of the season?
I'd like to keep this going on, keep my record well. Obviously, I'm gonna take it match by match. Not gonna really try and say that I'm the best or anything, because I know, my mom always tells me someone out there is working harder than you. Someone out there can beat you. So.
Well, you are 6-1, so you got that one loss. So you're second best.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, second best.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for joining us. Good luck the rest of the season, and of course, good luck this weekend as you guys are on the road wrestling and at the Lindenwood Open in Missouri. So good luck this weekend. And we also want to say thank you to Jojo, and want to wish you the best of luck, as well as the rest of the women's wrestling team. That's all we have for you fans for tonight. But we want to remind you of the action that's on tap. Several of the Waldorf teams will be on the road, as the women's basketball team in action tonight at Bethany Lutheran, and then they play at North Central on Friday. The Warrior men's basketball team also will be on the road this week. They're playing exhibition contests at St. Cloud State on Thursday and at Minnesota Crookston on Friday. And as we mentioned, the men's wrestling team, they will be in action on the road at the Lindenwood Open on Saturday. That wraps it up for this week's action. Oh, excuse me, that doesn't wrap it up for this week's action. I forgot the cross-country team. Cross-country runners Andrew Murley and Marissa Woodner both will be competing on Friday at the NAIA National Championships in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you once again to tonight's guests, Jojo Hendrix and Marcus McGinley from the Warrior Wrestling teams. And another big thank you to the Waldorf Communication Department, the staff of Wall TV, our director on set, Caitlin Rodriguez, and producer Bella Ruiz for all their help once again this week. Good night, and go Warriors.